The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the individuals participating in the conversation and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast host or any affiliated organization. Listener discretion is advised.
The views and opinions expressed are not that of the SABC and are that of participating contributors and listeners, and do not reflect that of the official policy or position of Metro FM.
It's 24 minutes after 10 o'clock. Nakeso, Naked DJ, and Somizi are in the building. And of course, we do have Anonymous on the line. Let's get right into it, South Africa. Anonymous, good morning.
Morning, Kuto.
How are you, Anonymous?
Morning, Naked. Morning.
Morning, Anonymous.
Morning. Are you okay, Anonymous?
Yes, I'm okay, Kuto. How are you?
Thank you for asking. We're great, thank you. Anonymous, I'm going to read the house rules. Respect is the foundation of our conversation. Maintain respectful language. Refrain from any swearing or use of profanities. Our responsibility is to protect your identity, and your responsibility, Anonymous, is to extend the same courtesy to kindly protect the identity of the people or the person you'll be speaking about. Anonymous, do you agree?
I agree.
All right, Mama, we're listening. What's wrong?
Okay, no. I'm in a relationship now. Everything is okay. In our stage here now. I'm coming from a relationship that was 14 years. That relationship, I had 2 kids with my previous partner.
Anonymous, we're struggling to hear you.
But can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Are you on speakerphone by any chance? Anonymous?
I don't hear anything.
All right, we're gonna try and get her line a bit better. I was right? We can't hear her.
No,
Okay.
she sounds very muffled.
Sounds like something.
Muffled.
She's eating something.
All right.
Is she back? Thank you.
No, you can tell us one of your famous stories.
In Katili, telling them and then you weaponize them against. In Katili.
All right, she's back. She's back. Anonymous, we're gonna try. Let's do one more round. Anonymous?
Can you hear me, Kuto, now?
A little bit.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Much better.
Okay. So the 14-year relationship, we've got 2 kids. On the pregnancy of the last child, it was a difficult pregnancy, so we decided, me and the partner, that he does a vasectomy and then I tie my tube.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was so traumatic, and then I tied the tube. Nah?
Mm-hmm.
Year goes by, I found we were not living in one property. Nah? So a year goes by, I found out that he made someone pregnant where he is staying. That's the reason why we ended the relationship.
Yeah.
So now I'm in this new relationship with this guy, wonderful guy. Okay, he's got 1 child, an 11-year-old. But now he asked me. I never told myself that I'll have 1 child. I want another child. And you tied your tube. What must I do?
Okay.
Must I go outside because I want you? But you tied your tube. But I'm not satisfied with having just 1 child.
Oh, okay. So your current lover, he's tied his tubes.
The previous,
First.
I tied my tube.
Yeah, and he
in the
didn't.
previous relationship.
Yes.
She met somebody else.
Yes.
Right? So she's dating this
He's got
person.
1
This person
child
has
and I've
1
got
child.
2
Yes.
Yeah.
kids.
She's got 2 kids, but now her new lover would like to have another baby because he's only got 1 child.
Yes.
But now Anonymous has tied her tubes.
Yes.
So the new lover says, but then you've tied your tubes. I want another child. I'd love to have a second born. So what do I do?
Okay.
Are you
okay?
Will you allow me to go outside to
I
make
get
this baby?
All right. That's a question, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Can you untie your tubes?
It's very complicated. It's very complicated, and because you have to do another operation.
But then, Anonymous, you've already said the reason you tied your tubes is because your last pregnancy was super complicated.
And that's also my fear.
Yeah, and you're not willing to risk your health for anything. So it wasn't, you didn't just tie it in J. It was a Wednesday and you didn't have things to do, you know?
Okay.
And how long have you been seeing this new guy?
This is the 3rd year. And so he's been wonderful. He's been consistent. He's all right.
Okay.
And now I feel it's unfair to him, but also I'm in this position because he raises once in a while. He raises the issue once in a while that I can't have one child.
And you don't sound like a selfish person, Anonymous.
I'm not.
Okay. So let's say you're considering this thing. How does he want to choose the other woman? Are you guys going to do it together?
No. I didn't want him to go outside. Why did he get like he bonds with that person and then no?
Ooh, okay, hold it right there. All right. But you said you're not a selfish person. I get. Hold it right there. Breathe. We are coming back, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Anonymous.
You know, I only have one question actually, working kind of with this. Why do people, as in like, fear that when their partner actually like speaks to someone else, they're gonna bond and then like they're gonna lose their partner? Isn't working like a relationship a commitment to, is it like stay with you, like no matter what? I really find it weird, like very, very, very weird. Jorge, you are scared of like losing this person, so now like they shouldn't speak with like people outside. Very strange. But hey, anyway, you're gonna get the recap now, né? So like, just hold on. Good morning, Baholo. Just keep liking the screen, guys, né?
It's
Please.
31 minutes after 10 o'clock. We've got Anonymous on the line. Somizi, the naked DJ in studio, and of course you tuning in. Thank you. Anonymous and her partner have been together for 3 years now. She says things are going well, except for one thing. She has 2 children from a previous relationship rather. And after her second child, she tied her tubes and she didn't want to have another child because her pregnancy was difficult. The issue is that her current partner has 1 child, but would like to have another child. However, Anonymous is not able to conceive anymore. This is where we are. Anonymous, we're on the same page.
Yes, okay.
Naked?
You know, Anonymous, is more than one way to skin a cat. Okay. And look, I think there's so many questions, even, when we went off air. Look, we're not fertility experts, okay? All I know, Mina, is I just know how to fertilize. That's how I'm an expert at that. Now, what happens if maybe you do want a surrogate, right? Because then can't you then have the baby through surrogacy after you've tied your tubes? Have you guys done all the research you need before? Because now, why is his thing, first order of the day is, I want a baby outside.
Why do you want
But
babies?
have you done all the research you need to do?
No, we haven't. No, he doesn't say, I want, like forcing, say, I want to do it outside. He says, what if, because I want a baby. So do you allow me now to go outside? Not saying that. I don't think he wants to make a baby with us. He says, want a baby with me.
No, yeah.
But now he says, I want another child. So do you allow me now? Would you allow me to make a baby outside?
Okay. Well, look, we're also going to call out on experts that maybe know what to do in this situation. But Mina, for the fact, Uguti, you guys are not, doing the research and exercising with what options or looking for options, right? Yes, your tubes are tied, but then how does surrogacy work and all that, the IVF, etc., etc. You know what I mean? Because that is an unfair question to ask when you guys haven't done everything. Because why must it be outside? If the child is still through surrogacy, so does that not mean it's still your womb, right?
I hear you, Naked. I hear you.
Have you guys spoken about surrogacy?
Hello?
Have you guys spoken about surrogacy?
No, we haven't spoken about all these options. Because it's an issue that when you raise this with me, it doesn't fit well, and then I cut it off. So I think now we should really sit down, and I put all these options down.
Yeah, because I think maybe the reason why both of you are where you are is because you haven't spoken about different options. Because I don't know if I'm reading this correctly. I don't want it to feel like he's weaponizing you tying your tubes like against you. You know, he's using it to make you feel bad. He's using it to put you under pressure, or he's using it to justify him getting someone else. Because if tables were turned, you are going to be called a witch, and you're going to be called names because because if he couldn't have children and you said, I'm going to sleep with another guy because I need a child, you were going to be called names. Yeah. So I think it's something that it's not as bad, but it's very serious. You must tell me.
Yeah, I mean, come on. In 2026, if two people really love each other, the main conversation would have been, look, this is what I want, this is what you want. These are the options. And not
no ultimatum.
No ultimatum, you know? Because it sounds as if he really wants to, Nanje, he wants to sleep with somebody else. And remember... And remember, you also, it doesn't guarantee you're gonna make the child on your first attempt if he's going outside.
Exactly. And then what if they born? Then I'm left out.
What if they what?
If they born?
Carry on.
They born smuggling.
Yeah.
No, this other.
Yeah, no.
Because if, trust me, Anonymous, even though we're laughing about it, listen, once you sit and you weigh your options, because if he really loves you, if he really wants a baby with you, and we also don't know how you guys are sitting financially, because IVF could be maybe out of your budget, you know, or surrogacy. And also because also remember, if you do consider surrogacy, what if that baby or the person carrying, I mean, I think they write contracts and stuff like that. But what happens if that person really bonds, and then there's problems after that?
That's beyond your control.
So it's not just him bonding outside, but even if the person that you guys speak to carry the child for you,
look at all the options.
Or even
maybe untying the tube, but I don't know. But we have to sit down.
Yeah, but you untying the tubes that means you risk your life. You could pass on. Then your two kids don't have a mother. Then he doesn't have the love of his life. And then the cheapest option is to do it the African way, where, you know, whenever you tuma in Mpumalanga for 2 months.
What do you mean?
You know when what Anonymous knows.
We don't know.
No way, seriously, you know, they choose somebody, him and the partner, and yes, he does go and impregnate her.
Fine.
Yeah, I find him.
In Mpumalanga?
No. In Chona.
Sure, yeah, in Jonalang, yeah, down south.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Shem, Anonymous, I really feel saddish, you know, in a way, because does he understand what you went through when you were pregnant the last time?
I did tell him.
Yeah. There's a sense. There's a part of him that's selfish, to be honest. But there's a part. He's not completely selfish. He's not a bad guy. He's really not a bad guy. But there's a part of him that's a bit selfish. But also on your end, both of you, again, you did not know about various options. So maybe go back to the drawing board. But there are instances where tubes have been pushed by the spermata. The strong sperm ran. The shebesh of the sperm went and cut
Guys, with
and
the
untied.
with the right umbiza. With the right umbiza.
Right
the
umbiza,
yes.
Is that another option?
With the my umbiza.
Yes, he must take my umbiza and then he must get a share sperm.
Wow.
And it goes there and unties the tubes. And all of a sudden, you can have twins.
Imagine.
I'm telling you. Have sex every day.
Yeah. But also, Anonymous, I want you to understand where he's coming from. No? Imagine, yes, when he met you, you guys might have decided that he maybe knew that you had tied your tubes, you would not have kids again. But it does happen after years where a person then says, ish, but then I can't go through life having one kid. Because what happens if this, God forbid, something happened to this child?
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So I know Guti, we said earlier on he could be a little bit selfish, but then Nawe also think, because you have 2 kids, he's only got 1.
Yeah.
So it is, and then it comes, does he have does he have a son or a girl?
I think it's a girl. Oh,
okay.
Why? Why is that important?
No, because remember, to some people and some families, for their bloodline to carry on, they want to have the boy child. So I was gonna say, no, guys,
you've just given the lamest excuse.
No,
ever.
It's not an excuse, guys. But remember,
the lamest reason.
Remember, Somizi, people have. It's their lives.
No, you just try to justify nonsensical stuff.
Wait, you just want to fight.
Yes,
and you don't want to hear. You go some
So I don't know. Naked is justifying nonsense by saying, maybe he wants to have a second child. Oh,
yeah,
child.
And I said, what if?
Yes, but you are a perfect example. You had a son for 18 years or odds. You never thought, what if something happens? You were happy with just one child. You were content. No, don't lie. We've seen you. I've known you for over 20 years before this Pure was born. So, shush.
No.
Yes, you were happy. You've never once said, I want a second child.
I was not ready for a second child.
Yes, but you were content.
Yes, at the time.
We'll be back. I'm coming for you.
Okay.
Come to me.
This year is the year.
Alright, hi again. Okay, we just finished the second part, and then we're gonna wait for the third part. But then basically the summary is Sisa Nonza has a new boyfriend, right? Sharp. And they've been dating for a while. She didn't really specify them. So now this guy, Sharp, Sisa Nonza has 2 kids, right? And then after that she tied her tubes, right? Because her last pregnancy was very horrific. Sharp, as she said. Then she broke up with the previous partner. Sharp sent great Sharp. Now she has a new partner. So this partner has 1 child, actually, right? Sharp. So apparently they've been dating for 3 years there. Okay, cool. Sharp. Then now the new boyfriend, he wants another child, but then I'm not sure, or maybe he knows what, she tied her tubes or what, but then now he wants another child. So I'm not sure, guys, and you guys you will correct me. He suggested that he goes and he impregnates another lady outside, but then she fears that he might be attached to the other lady and leave her because she can't have kids anymore because of her working and her tubes tied. So now she's asking how to maneuver that.
So his pressure.
But then let's continue quickly.
Based on which he's only found out now which you've tied your tubes, and now it's unfair that you've led him on for 3 years. No, he knew what he was getting himself into. So he must also be gentle. He must not put ultimatums like I'm going to impregnate then someone else.
You see, my problem with Somizi Nakuto
Yes,
is
sir.
that Somizi listens to answer sometimes. Did you hear me where I said that as human beings, there's times when we are allowed to change after years of...
We are allowed.
We are allowed.
Not allowed.
Too loud. You can change
We
your
are
mind.
allowed.
Yes, you are allowed.
No, we're not. We are allowed.
Well, money, guys.
I'm sorry, Somizi. When police here English. Yeah?
My Angelo.
And we said, as human beings, we will not... we can't sit and judge. You never know what people go through. And sometimes we grow and we change. But the fact that even though we don't know whether he knew about her situation before, but the secret to a great relationship is when you do change your mind, it's how you speak to your partner.
And address it, yes.
And I have a problem with how he has addressed it.
Amen. Amen.
With this thing of, so now I can have a child outside. His approach is very wrong, and it's also very triggering to Anonymous.
Absolutely.
Knowing she risked her life.
We're on the same page. We're on the same page. It's just that you don't like me. We're on the same page. And also, something just hit me right now. Something just hit me right now.
Right on the head. Yeah.
Yes. Something just hit me. I have an epiphany. Okay. This guy already has a girlfriend outside.
I said it.
Tell you.
I said it.
In a relationship that looks promising, and he loves both of them, but he wants to give a reason why he's going to be philandering.
That's it.
Do you think he's already metissered outside?
Exactly.
No, not yet. But he's in a place where they've spoken about it with the side. Are you ready to meet for me? And then they decided yes. But the original must know. I'm telling you. I'm a daughter.
So if that has happened, what advice would you give her? Because we know, and guys, we're not blanket state. This is not a blanket statement. But most of the time, Amajita do that, where they start planting the seed. No pun intended. They start planting the seed with the partner that, do you mind then if I have a baby outside? Yes. Knowing there's already a baby outside. You get what I mean? So hence I was saying, this guy's approach from the get-go for me is a huge red flag.
I'm telling you.
That's it.
There's more to this than meets the eye. Yes.
So if he has impregnated outside, what would you do?
I would say Anonymous must leave him. If that's the case, that's not fair. That's not right. That's not how things are done.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, Anonymous must leave him.
Yeah.
But I think this can be resolved. Anonymous, if you're listening, this can be resolved. We've given you options. Try until you can't try no more. This is it's one of the safest resolutions. Your life is not in danger. In terms of no one is going to force you to do what you don't want to do, or medically what you can't do.
There's options. There's so many options out there. Speak about them first.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much, guys. South Africa.
Have a baby.
What's your advice to Anonymous? Give us a call right now.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Okay, working guys, again, good morning. You got the recap there. So please come and do join me here. And let's just briefly discuss this, and maybe we'll jump back to them or not. I don't know, but then, as I'm the sound choice actually threw me off. So
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the individuals participating in the conversation and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast host or any affiliated organization. Listener discretion is advised.
what, I made a comment there on Twitter now, actually, as in 20 minutes before, actually, as in Sumizi said it now. I have a feeling that this guy has someone working on the side who is a possible candidate for the working surrogacy thing. We could look at a possible candidate. So now The reason why he suggested that, no, let me go shower outside, sharp, sharp, and then have this baby outside, and then rest that we can be together. I was like, no way. There's no way when as in like working as in like randomly different from your hero. Baby, what's thinking now? Okay, I want a child, but then let me go have the child like a rabo, and then we'll come back with the child, and then like cause that like we'll just be happily ever after. But then hey man, working like it's up to working my kind of sister Anonza, or maybe she lets him go or not, because I saw like some of you actually saying she has no right to actually stop him or whatever. Sorry, tea. I really had a lot of tea today, Askis. But yeah, so what do you think of like this story? So about King kind of like, if you are here late, it's your problem. So let me allow the complicated one to say her piece nyana, or maybe his piece nyana, and then maybe we'll jump back to the comments there by Metro FM. Hello, complicated one.
Molweni ninjani?
I'm gonna assume that we know each other, but you changed your name, huh?
No, it's another account, my dear.
Oh, it's another account.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, because I see your behavior. I'm like, no, man, like, this is
Okay. Mamela ne, although ngifike late ne. Mina ngizohlala phezu kwa Anonza. Anonza went to tire amachup wakhe because there was a problem kwi pregnancy yakhe, and then this was health reason. Now she's meeting this other guy, the guy unomntana wa. Now she's prepared to risk her life for a guy ozamishiya tomorrow. I mean, like, I want to get pregnant, and uba unfair too if the guy says, if ngimithisa ngaphandle and all those stuff, you know very well what is happening with you. And then if the guy wants a baby, you understand. So it's either your relationship is not gonna work because you're not gonna allow him to have another baby. And another thing, they say angaz, they saying that after a long time, if you fasten your tubes, and then after a long time in pinde you can it's not 50-50. I don't know, it's 80-20% that you can fall pregnant again. But now usisi why engazicabangeli? You understand that? Because this is a new relationship, you don't even know this guy, and then you want to have a baby with this guy. Umthanda ngalo mhlobo na ukuthi you will risk your life and umithele umuntu ozokushiya futhi. And another thing is that she must just let the guy go. We understand if he wants to have a family someplace else, or they can just plan a family if ever they banama future, but they want to get married, they can plan the family and then move on. You understand? So because ladies akumelanga sicinge ngenhliziyo, we need to sicinge ngengqondo, because like if ucinga ngenhliziyo uzalahleka, because apha kugijima uthando, no, I want to ukumbamba this guy, ngizamithela this and that. Indoda izakushiya xa ifuna ukukushiya.
100%. But then like I feel like there's one word like that actually kind of threw us off. The new boyfriend is okay working like the new part, because she said they've been together for like 3 years. To be fair, mentally in a relationship, 3 years is a long time. Some of you are like crying for marriage, like what's that like after 3 years? So her okay, Nashap, like I believe that like her determination to go that far is kind of justifiable, because I mean, like, guys, 3 years is a really long time as like being committed, as like being committed to like what's that, like one person. But also I do not agree with her wanting to go like that far for a boyfriend who literally said, let me rather go outside, since when you tried your truth. So I'm a bit there, yeah, but
Yeah, it's a red flag there. You understand? Because if you love me and then you've got Jusana in Jongongam, I mean, like you never say such a thing. And another thing, when
exactly.
when I Leroy, I don't understand, guys. Maybe someone will make me understand. How can you date someone for 3 years and you don't even have any intention? You don't even ubude ukuthi ngizothumela omalume, and then like now after 3 years now senifuna abantwana, where is commitment there? And another thing, if ngabuza wena Leroy, how old are these people?
They didn't really say, but they sound late 30s, as in like no, like
Late date.
like late 30s. What's that? Early 40s. They're like maybe I don't know. Like they sound that I don't know.
Yeah, but like even if you're over 35, I want to make babies. I'm busy making babies, and then with a relationship that is not going anywhere. No, this guy is this. I mean, like, both they are selfish anyway. Let me just put it like that.
Okay.
Because you
No,
cannot stop a guy if he wants to have other babies when you went and then you knew when that time when we were doing that no, I don't want to have kids anymore. And then now this guy now he comes with one child and then he wants it. I mean, like a child with this baby with this lady, knowing very well what is happening with this lady. And then so for me, this guys already have someone else. This is how I'm picking. You already have someone else outside that I as but this one is young and then this one can give me what I want. And then once you get what you want, he's gonna leave this side. Because 3 years is too much.
100%. But you know what? Like working. Like before we spice that up, like let's jump back to Metro quick.
These relationships
Nah.
surviving
Quick,
because
quick,
when
like
a
2
man
minutes.
wants a child, he wants a child.
Why are you breathing like that? Sure.
Allow.
Good morning, Kuzo, Somizi,
Mm-hmm.
and DJ Naked.
Good morning.
Yeah, the first guy
I didn't
in
hear the first
Anonymous life was a boyfriend. She decided to make 2 kids with her.
time.
And now there's a second guy in her life. He is talking about kids. I am so confused because nobody's talking marriage. Instead, they are just talking kids.
Amen.
Kids.
Yeah.
Let us make more kids. I wish Anonymous can make up her mind. And God, I want to pray for her. God help her to make correct decisions.
Amen.
No
Amen.
kids without marriage.
Amen.
Thank you.
100%.
Right, Chins?
Yeah, actually, that's a point we didn't pay attention to. And you must remember as well. So both her kids are from the previous guy.
Correct.
Okay. So, yeah, so we didn't ask about marriage.
But then remember, not everybody wants marriage.
Yes,
but
actually.
not everybody is
I wanted to
aware
hear that.
that marriage should be the focal point, not because they don't want it, but because they don't know or they don't think or they're scared to talk about it. You know, but they
But
do
not
want
everyone
it.
wants
We
marriage.
should have asked her.
Yes, we didn't ask her. That's a valid point. So, Anonymous, if you're listening, no more kids before the ring. Yeah, but also the ring must come with everything: safety, protection, love,
respect.
Yeah, everything. Okay.
Yeah, wishing you the best, Anonymous. We hope that voice note 1 and 2 are totally wrong. We hope that there is no baby outside. We hope that you guys can actually sit. And if he really loves you, you guys are gonna, work on those options that still could be, whether it's surrogacy, IVF, or something, where this is a baby that you both share. And then if that isn't the case, then...
What?
No, if that isn't the case, then it's sad. What happens if he does force, this baby outside? Then she's got to leave.
Yeah, she has to leave. And you must remember her life comes first. And her health. So if anything threatens that, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
And she must
All
go.
the best, Anonymous.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, sharp. So I'm just like, okay, sharp. Like we just finished the metro part, but you know what? Like okay. Since Vela Steril and she spoke about marriage, ne? But Makanesis Latoil and she spoke about the marriage part, guys. Let's be more okay, ne? Like let's be more open-minded, ne? And deal with what we have been actually as in a parking. Like given. Sometimes too, some people, nah, like okay, like marriage is not really like a thing. Yeah. And I feel as long as like as in like, like we are together, we are okay. It's fine. It's fine. So let's assume that because she didn't mention the working the marriage part, let's just assume that like marriage has like a thing for her. No? Like yeah, like just to be yeah, on the same parking and as in a frequency. Yeah. Respect. But then here man, Sis Latoya, what's that? We see you, Lala. And thank you for as in dropping by with your new car. You are very much appreciated. But yeah, red flags what's that all around. You are willing to go that far for a partner who wants to go chow outside. Hey man. Anyway, Miss Cupcake, good morning.
Hi guys, hi everybody. Oh,
How are
yazi
you?
abo anons abantu asa everyday like ngiyastressa ngendaba zabantu honestly.
Yeah, but
Because this thing is simple, man. I'm sure these people have been together for 3 years.
Sanibonani.
Joshua fam, how are you man?
Ingam.
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Ngicela ungene
Now.
ku-TikTok uclimb i-panel mawufuna ukukhuluma
Shut up.
Yes,
ukhulume
please. Like, for this
nge-account
part,
yakho
like,
because now you're finishing my time. Yeah. Sorry, anyway, these people have been together for 3 years, and I'm very sure that at the beginning of the relationship, when they were getting to know each other, Anonza did mention the fact that, hey, I have 2 children from a previous marriage. That's one of the things they spoke about. Now, you guy, I have a child from the previous relationship. Okay, what are your plans? Mina, I had a very difficult pregnancy, so I decided to go and tie my tube. Because, guys, it's not like Anonza just decided, because you know what, I'm tired of having kids, I'm tying my tubes. There was a reason, a medical reason at that. So I'm sure she mentioned these things to the guy when they started dating, and mentioned ukuthi angeke mina ngisakhona ukuba nabantwana. And guy entered this relationship knowing that. So why now are you changing your mind three years down the line? Is it because you saw fresh bums and you want to impregnate that person or whatnot? Like kwenzakalani? Like it's like people getting into a relationship. Umuntu gets into a relationship with someone who's a Christian and they say angenza amasiko min. And then 3 years down the line when ufuna ukuyenza amasiko, why are you changing things that that are very, very fundamental in a relationship? And the fact that you even went as far as suggesting ukuthi you're gonna go outside and have the kid, mina ngeke ngikushiye lapho. Bengeke ngize ngifonele ne-Metro FM ngibe ngiba-stressa ngento engekho. Ngeke ngikushiye lapho. After nje that suggestion put her off, because there are other options. You can go for IVF, you can do whatever else, but when the first thing that you jumped for before even doing the research was going for someone else.
as in like the best one.
Usile, this guy, he's very selfish. He's very selfish.
Again, kinda like somebody commented there as in like 20 minutes ago, Jorge, this guy he's actually using like this whole situation to get rid of her. Now that you put it like that, Jorge, dude, they literally had this conversation before, right? Like sharp, like at the very beginning. Because now you really can't say that like you've been for working and like with a person for like 3 years and you don't know such important things about her. So yeah, like that's another Chinese flag right there, because I'm like, no man. So now that you put it like that, I believe he's using as in like this whole situation to get rid of her and go to the possible candidate. one more minute there, but you're gonna cupcake, and then we're gonna jump to like am I gonna miss doing it?
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of a way that this thing isn't selfish. Like, it's selfish either way. Even if we say let him get a surrogate, it's still selfish. Even if Singati, okay, let him opt for East Temple, because this girl didn't get into a relationship hoping for East Temple or hoping for a third party that's gonna carry their child. So, like, it's selfish either way. No, but we bega angle. It's just selfish. Like, he just, like, because he wants a baby now, there must be drastic changes in the relationship. Like, why ebenga chokwa in the beginning that he's gonna want another child? Aisuka, men annoy me.
Yet, yet you are sitting with one, and again, like you are speaking with one. But hey, yeah, man, and like, we still love you, dog. Like, shout out, Barke, is it like to the whole bakery there, man? It's all love. And yeah, and from one bakery to another, working. Gonna miss donuts. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Are you glazed today, ma'am?
Not so much, eh? But anyway, it's good. I
You
was
shouldn't get
also
the syrup.
thinking, I was also thinking along the same lines. How do you know when your partner's asking for something that they fully know, or you can't give them? That's another way to get rid of you. I mean, they've had this conversation before. If you told your partner, Hore, you went through this and you almost lost your life, why will they ask that of you? You know? Why will they ask that of you? And happy another thing, Anonza wants this guy to stick around so bad, so she's not gonna set any boundaries. She's not gonna ask her, Guti, since you want this. She's not gonna ask him, Guti, since you want this. So what are the future plans? Even if she wants marriage from this guy, she's not gonna ask for it because already we can tell, Guti, she's so afraid of losing him. We can tell this by when she says she can't consider other options like him having a baby outside because what if they bond, you know?
That's another thing that made me go, what
So
the hell?
so she's not gonna set boundaries and ask for things afilang le gore wa di batla, you know, because she's so scared of losing this guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think this guy is just trying to get rid of her. Yeah, that's just my take.
But am I gonna do that? You guys just make me as in like want to do this, but then I am low key scared. You know, as in like that business to actually help you ladies, no, like let's say like get rid of the stress, hey? Like, cause that would you support me?
You want to start a business, Yaoyetang?
Go thusa basadi ba ntshe stress. You know? You see like this one now, or hey, my man is what, and I clap you will try sentle.
Women don't want to leave their situations, you know. They do not want to leave their situations. Like I'm saying, like Anonza, she's not gonna ask for consider Anje to go and untie her tubes and try and give the guy a baby. And she should also look into other things, you know, Hore, what if she goes through the whole process of untying her tubes and it doesn't work out, or she loses the baby, or all of that? She needs to consider all of that also, you know, Hore, what then?
Hey man, Killing, like a few weeks ago, like there's something that I realized about. Like you see, right after you go 35 to 40, yeah, and I happy like there's videos that I saw actually like that actually support this. So apparently, Lona ladies, the what hormones there, they go wilder. Then again, a little fear of like being alone, and then like gets higher. You see, like what's that? So like between 35 to 45, those are apparently your prime years. So now I was like, most like loneliness, yeah, there, but again, like by the fourth floor there is like very hectic, most man. Or like you are willing to risk your working your life again to keep a partner. I'm like, I don't want to be that person, man. So rather, let me help you, ne? We still have 30 seconds there working in a donut. Yeah, donut, speak.
I'm here, Leroy, but hey, that is true. So like, um, the higher, the more we age, like you want stability, you know. So around a certain age, people like women would do anything to try and make a relationship work, you know.
Thank you very
So
much for that, man. And hey, you know, I really hope you guys actually isn't like don't go through that, hey. But if you do that, just forget me, nah.
we'll seek your services.
Exactly. What exactly I'm doing. But I'm praying for again, like the ladies of the house, nah. I'm praying for you guys, nah. With love.
Sure.
So sure, fam. Hey, my daughter, hey. Okay, it's like there's a song Kastwana from Berkman Culture Spears, like that cultural band from Botswana. There's a song that they made, and it says, "Hasanana sebaba, sebatla sisi." Let me leave it right there. Baba Mtim Cool, you can turn on your mic now, Marid. Mtim Cool, sir. You can turn on your mic, sire.
Eh. Pirinjami.
Takuzera Malida. Brad, you are in a very loud place, eh? Working, as in like, can you mute working? Okay, so while he's moving there, like let me read some of your comments. It's
Ah,
Sarah.
net Jack.
All right, you can speak there, Malina. You are in a very loud place, eh? Okay, so let's allow him the opportunity to move around, Dinyana. So while he moves around, there's a comment there from Sispales Hour. Some female have wounds or are male centered, so risking your life to our okay. Mr. KP or KTP089TR, procreation has a window period. That is the prime years we speak about. Yeah, like, but then, like, my business is not for procreation. No, it's just a mental health thing. No, and physical health. But hey, and the other sister said she's gonna search for it. I don't trust. Yeah, Joe. No, and like, look for culture spears, ne? I forgot the song, but then like you know what? Like just check, what's the culture spears Senana song. Yeah, you'll find it. Trust me. But hey, man, guys, I I think we can stop it here. Actually, you know what? Like, yes, you can love your partner that much and have like to like that extent, but then like let it be fair enough for as in like both of you guys, you know. And happy like don't be so naive like to your point where now you're gonna be risking like what's that like your life for as in, like somebody who actually as in, like, didn't really consider the other working kind of ways and then like just wants to go eat outside nah? And then have a baby there outside and then now as in like bring the baby here because he notices that you are so needy. Yes, it's fine to as in, like yearn for love and all that and but then again now if it comes at a what's that a cost of like your life, or maybe your health, or maybe like yours like mental health, and your partner, as that like as in like they're not willing to as in like see you through it. Hey man, you have hands, you have a smartphone, you probably have the app X. Hey, anyway, and we can stop it there anyway. So last week, I need it. So last week, okay, wait. I think what annoys me the most is that he didn't even research anything. Like, he just wanted to go outside. We're working on ladies. If it gets to that point, you have a smartphone, you have Wi-Fi clearly, you have eggs, you have hands. Use them. Anyway, sharp, so sharp, like we have closed that part. Now, like there's something that I wanted to actually like start by today, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work actually, because the guy that actually isn't like wanted to like start this segment, he decided to not come through today, and he's busy. So like I wanted to start something called the Simps Corner. So what is that about? It's about like just okay, like it's a gents corner nyana where you can like just let out your, I don't know, your heartbreak stories, or maybe your advice to as in people like who are going through like as in like what you went through, because when you are a lover boy. So I'm just working on a pile, like this is just to help more gents actually like us that are like to be free, as in like to be okay, nah. But no, actually, as in like gents only. Yeah, please. Yeah, because now working as in like, because I believe that that is one of the main contributors to why as in like most gents contribute so much to the GBV thing, as in working as in like femicide thing, because they really don't know how to what's that, how to maneuver their feelings, and then how to deal with them, be like as humans, as in like not like as men, gore barking. Can I get a couple like like this whole the stereotype thing of hey men don't cry, hey you must be a man all the time, hey you must like serve and protect when I like all the time. But then now we don't really give the gents the opportunity to be vulnerable again, and happen like just to show them bogot or no, like your choice in men is shit, but they're like not like as like not all men are shit, all right. So I'm gonna allow, I don't know, 2 minutes nyana maybe to allow like as like trusted maybe at least like one guy nyana to come in. I don't know. Or maybe we can start with a lady as in like speaking. Okay, yeah. Or maybe we can start with a lady who as in like maybe wants to speak on a guy that dated like that was like that. And then maybe, oh no, actually no. We have our first guy today, but I'm not sure maybe like is he gonna speak. So Katie.
Shapiri.
Tafiri Mbijang.
Sharp, man. Hey, I volunteered myself last week when you proposed the Sims Corner thing, ne?
Oh, actually, yeah. Flip, please go on.
Yes. So I'm going to take your advice here as you framed the intention of this program that you are launching, Wabon. And I'm going to try by all means not to play victim, Wabon, because I've had this theme before where people always blame the other partner, Wabon, for the negative experiences that they had. Wabon. And I'm doing this intentionally to take my own medicine, because every time women come here, they complain about their past partners. Always. How bad those guys were, how trashy men are. And now this is a platform. This is my interpretation, that you are giving the guys a chance to talk, but I don't want to use the same methodology. I don't want to come here and bash women. I'm going to speak my story, but I'm going to try to take accountability for myself.
100%.
Without bashing women and calling women trash, because we all know that not all women are trash and not all men are trash, but sometimes we just make poor choices.
100%.
We just make poor choices. We know there are good people out there, but here comes my story. And I don't think my story is that unique, Wabo. So, Namuna, I'm just a typical guy who was susceptible to peer pressure, to be honest. Kijolile a lot, but to be honest, knowing what I know now, I was not jolling for intention.
Okay.
I was not jolling with the intention of looking for a suitable life partner, if I'm honest. I was jolling because I wanted to fit in. I let my peers kind of define what is a good girlfriend is like. Neki matisa the slender never get tired. Neki matisa mupako. When I was not dating these girls, give a shell up because I liked who they were. You know, their characters and what I needed in the future to what a suitable partner would be for me. Neki matisa marahumun. Neki matisa the hottest girl there. And guess what? Out of all these exes, and it's self-prophetic. They are exes now because by definition, those relationships ended. You get what I'm saying? And now when I try to do a diagnostic, they ended because Neki Shela Dodi, not that the girls were shit, excuse my language, but I was just picking superficially. I wanted the most popular girl. I wanted the fattest one, the tallest one. We were trying flavors, man, when we were growing up. Slender never get tired. In Pakistan, try a tall chick, try a short one, try a fat one, they're nice in winter, stuff like that. And these things, in summary, without going too much into detail, did I get heartbroken partially? Yes. Some of them cheated on me. Yes. Some of them, ghosting before I even knew what ghosting was, But I don't want to put blame on them. These were the poor choices I made. And now looking back, retrospectively, with the benefit of hindsight, those were poor choices I made. And I'd like to assume with Nabumabahleli, and they tell their story and the role I played. Now they will take accountability to itoti. Because there are two parties to the equation. Kiashela, your responsibility as the lady is to accept or to deny my proposal. But yeah, no, man, no, but I don't want to complain too much. I want to take accountability to
Yeah, okay, now, okay, stop. Barking, kind of like, let me just spice it up. So now, okay, let's say your prime years, like, let's say 15 to 22 there. Your first heartbreak, breaking, and as in like the genuine one, as in like that you had. How did you deal with it? And then, like, how would you advise a 19-year-old who's a player now, working what's that shit, more heartbreaking, because now we tend to see now like boys actually they actually like don't really know what to do with like broken feelings, like they tend to be as in like violent because of the peer pressure, or hey man, I know man, he working as like hey his baby say hi, so like how did you deal with it, and how would you guide the kid?
So I hear your question, and I think I will find it easier for me to explain to you how I dealt with it. However, I doubt it would be easy for me to try share the same advice, but here's how I dealt with it. So my first heartbreak was my first year. These other ones high schools wise, from that age range that you're talking about, Neki just jola for the sake of joling, it was part of growing up and adolescence. But my first year, Varsity, 1920, that's when, I was obviously contemplating the rest of my life. I was at varsity now.
Wait, did you say your prime years were in 1920?
No. So remember, I'm using your window. I don't know if you remember, you mentioned prime years and you gave me a window period. You gave me a window period of 15 to something. And for me, 15 to something was too young. I can't even remember what happened at 15. But the first heartbreak I can remember was when I was 20 years old.
Oh, shit. Me, I thought you meant the year 1920. I was like, hey, nigga.
No. It was. I didn't say that's my prime years. I'm referring to that first heartbreak that I can remember that was almost materially relevant in my life. The killing that happened to me in high school, I can't even remember, man. I can't even remember half of those girls' names. But in varsity, because now I was starting to think about the future, I was already studying something, I was committed to something that would automatically define the rest of my life. So okay, Jola Wanyana Ola, Wako Hamanskrali, I remember her name, The heartbreak, basically, I was not the guy for her, man. And to summarize, she wanted something better. I only learned for the first time in my life that, that whole concept where girls don't date their peers. Girls always date people who are 5-6 years advanced, higher, It never clicked to me that, these girls back standard 6, standard 7, standard 8. But Jola guys were in matric. It never clicked. It only landed on me when I was at varsity. I was joining a first year, Liana Ali first year. But it didn't just connect until she then left me for a nigga who just graduated, but from Chekaga GTI. Wabon. Then I only realized, and that was heartbreaking for me. But the console, you know what? This is because I was not ready. That's when it landed for me, because I wasn't ready. She was ready to move on. And I was nowhere near, and next I graduated, I didn't have a job yet. She's looking for some form of security that I couldn't deliver. So I then managed to convince myself, no, Muna, work on yourself. I was not a suitable partner on paper. Would it be fair of me to blame a girl to commit to me, knowing what women look for? And I'm not speaking for women here, I'm speaking as guys, because we assume we know what women know, right? But I'm speaking between guys, knowing what we think we know women want. I was not the ideal partner on paper. Remove my personality aside, just to put features and benefits, KTP here, or Sipo here, Sipo being the guy with the GTI. I was losing. So the advice I gave myself was to focus on school. There's a lot of variety. Explore university life, explore yourself, explore banyana, grow yourself as a person. It would have been naive for me just to commit to the first girl that I liked.
Okay. Go so personal, you are saying that these boys should they should try not to focus too much more their sexual feelings, but then rather that build more, because very often the their what's that age mates, they are mentally just above them.
Yes. So there's a phenomenon called hypergamy. I'll spell it out for you in the comments. Yeah. So it's just a predisposition of women to date higher in the socio-economic structure. So in even our parents did it. So your father would be 5 years or 6 years or whatever your mother's senior, your grandfather and so forth. Even these women that are here, it's very rare that you'd be 20 years old and you'll date a 20-year-old guy. They always date their senior. And I only learned that lesson later. So all I'm saying is, when you pitch that example, Luri, what advice would I give to a 19-year-old? Understand that even if you that's not your peer. You'll only find your girl once you have built yourself up. And it's not fair, and I'm talking to guys now, not to women. It's not fair to expect a 20-year-old guy to would have figured everything out.
That's another.
As a 20-year-old guy, you know nothing. You're still dependent on these girls who are your peers are expecting too much. So the competition high because the guy who's 10 years old can take your chick to Pigali, so when I get to stay in your lane, my dog, and build yourself up so that you are also a suitable partner for the lady who is maybe a suitable partner for you. But obviously then there's a fine line between guys who have financial muscle who can potentially exploit younger ones. There's a fine line there. Because I'm also against guys who are 30, 40 targeting first years, Baba Pejega, the chicken pieces, little noodles, But it's that nature. Women don't want to date their peers, man. They don't. It's a fact. I'm talking to guys now. Guys know this.
Okay, cool. Working, working. And I remember, like, we are speaking to a, let's say, 19-year-old now, right? Who feels like working, kind of Koreana, working as like he's the shit. He can do this and that, right? So what I would say, based on what you just said right now, is, you know what, just have fun, but then responsibly, sharp. Like, also remember that you have barking and as in like feelings actually also. So learn to deal with them. So now, not every girl you actually meet, they're gonna fall for you like, oh my god, you're Prince Charming, this and that. Yeah, you are Prince Charming, fair, but then like you have nothing. You aren't working, kind of like the NSFAS or maybe the account to mama le papa. You have nothing to you actually. So okay, sharp. Have fun for the drink here and there, but then now be more responsible, fam. Yes. The kukudi paya nja like how do you feel? The paya, the like the paya. Lema luids a paya. So be more careful. And again, like one more thing to that 19-year-old, you are young. Do not let someone, okay, so as in like okay, actually what, like this much they have trouble, but then guys, I mean well. Do not let an ill-mannered girl child make you feel like you should be her father. No. Do not let that happen to you. Like, do what you can, if you can, and however you can. Nje. Do not pressure yourself with like stupid shit or hey the Jordans, hey the club, hey club girls, hey the hottest girls, fam. They will just go shoot again. Yes, have fun. Club but then fit there responsibly. Then if you are fortunate enough to find like a real one, like the Mokoya bakery here, hold that on. Be 100% genuine with that shit. And be 100% genuine with yourself also. Bragger, peer pressure is always going to be there. Even here, right now, here, like, working and in the 30s, like, there's a lot of peer pressure, but like, you wouldn't believe. It's always going to be there. Learn to be content. Do your best for yourself first, then for the other person. And as that understand that like some things are just beyond your control. Yes, I know they're not here, it's fine, but still. Yes, sir.
So, and another predicament we find ourselves in, and we can debate the numbers if you wish. I don't have the stats in front of me. But remember, I said earlier on that a 20-year-old young man has virtually nothing. He's still dependent. Also, creating Spani, busy, what go to colleges and technicons or whatever he's trying to do, trying to set himself up. And it is said, here comes the stats that I'm pulling out of thin air, that most of the time men establish themselves between the age ranges of 35 to 40.
Wait, can I please repeat that?
So I was saying, I'm going to use a statistic here that I can't verify.
Okay.
And the statistic is that men normally establish themselves financially and socially and otherwise between the age ranges of 35 and 40.
Yeah. You know what? Like, mostly, like I would believe it, but then let's say between 30, it doesn't like that's when they start being like, as in like kind of stable, nyana here and there, you know. Yeah. But then yeah.
Okay, let's widen it. Let's say 30 and 35, right? So, and I'm trying to be fair to the men and women here. That's the predicament I'm trying to deal with. Because men establish themselves very late in life. When I say late, I mean late compared to women. So 30 and 35, right? And we talked about this window period that women have of having to have babies and settling. She can't wait for you, her peer male partner, to establish himself between the ages of 30 and 35. Hence, there are now hence they then target the 35-year-old when they're in their 20s. You get what I'm saying? Wabon.
Very often.
Very often, that's why I said, because women who settle, I'm not talking about Mjolo here, women who are settling, they're settling with men who are their seniors. 5 to 10 years, they're seniors. So Nakiri, if you are 20 years old as a man and you're looking for this 20-year-old female, she's thinking about a life partner, but you are not him. Because we know statistically the guy who's her suitable life partner providing the security provision and what is at age 30. You get what I'm saying? He's 30, he's between the age range of 30 to 35. So as a 20-year-old, don't look at another 20-year-old female, but she's not looking at you.
Like, you know what I feel? Like I feel that we should actually make that message across the board, actually, you know, and like not just male actually, but then like females also who expect like these 25-year-olds to actually as in like be their fathers. Or no. Yes, sir. Yo, Katie, you can continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So why I was talking about the predicament. Sometimes these ladies who are looking for these suitable guys, they get played because there's a lot of bad guys there, and sometimes they make poor choices, right? And then they find themselves at the age of 35. These women now, who have been played, they've got their own traumas, you know, and made poor choices. They're 35, they're single, some of them have a single child, whatever, you know, single mama vibes. And then here comes you, Ntuan. You have now been watching her trying to find these suitable partners who were 10 years your senior. And remember, you are still peers now, you and this girl. But she was looking at guys who were 10 years your senior. Now you are now both 35 years old. She's a single mom. But you are now established, my nigga. You are now established. And you're ready to now settle. And where the problem is now, they're looking at you, now you're looking viable. And when you're like, no, I was here, you couldn't see me. I'm 35, I'm looking for someone who's 7 years my junior. So you're looking for a 28-year-old and they get angry at you, nigga. That's the problem that I hate. They get angry at you when you are ready to find a partner. Why are you not picking us? And then they gaslight you. They say you are taking advantage of the young ones. Kanti, that's how the cycle works.
No pedophile, but then no, that's how nature isn't like somehow, but then it doesn't really apply to me because me, I like them. No, yeah, they're upstairs there, but yes.
Hypergamy. They must Google it. I'm typing it intentionally because when I think I'm dropping fake stuff here, it's a real thing. It's a psychological predisposition. There's doctors with PhDs who have studied this thing. And it's just human nature. It's just that when they are now stranded looking for viable partners, they don't remember that they were all part of the cycle. I'm that guy that you picked when you were in your 20s. It's just that I'm being picked by another version another lady who's in her 20s and not you. And that's the problem. And when we call each other names when we're in our 40s, it doesn't work that way. It's just a cycle.
You know what, Neberking and Abrakiti, like thank you very much for your input, Braga. Alright, like we started off Nyano Pila Fandaga, and you know what, we are gonna it's like slowly build this now, but then you know what, like thank you very much, dog. You are very much appreciated, man. And okay, like just to spice it up, Nyana then, have you noticed how the tables actually turn? Like you see like that actually. Remember what I said about like the 35 lay the 45 window for women. That's where they get into their prime and such. But then now, so when they are younger, they are older. But then like when they are older, they are younger. So now tables turn like like very quick. There's a joke about it actually somewhere here on TikTok. Our rep, you be there in your 20s there, and then you like, except lady shapuzeri, she's like, oh, no one, I'm hot. Then like 10 years later, yeah, the same lady. Yeah, Kitty, wait till I little bony these days. Or umtala manje kukile, yale. Marlo, lady wa khona lo ubhonyolo masimba manje wena you are good now. And then they're like, yeah, when our born. It's crazy how nature works, eh? But anyway, hey man, Cookie, good morning. Cookie, Cuckoo, Cuckoo, how little. All right, then I guess we can close it here. But then, on a real tip now, like my fellow people, let's be kinda. Oh God, guys, can you still hear me? Oh, okay, cool. So okay, just to close it off, like let's be kinda, guys. Like okay, working in a rona rotle, as a society, let's be kinder to a boy child, right? Working like, because I believe that will have like a great impact in the next generation of working kind of men. Actually, like yes, you can discipline them on some but then make them understand why these things working isn't like happen, and then allow them to as in like speak up, and happy like reason like as in like human beings, like as like hear them out, and then let's be that, of niso us that every week rahut like the GBV mohonto hey men are trash, this and that because you like we don't give the boy child like enough space to actually as in like speak that for themselves, no, in this way. But hey, let me close it off right here, nah, guys. Like, thank you very much. We'll try this again, like next week Wednesday, nah, and let's grow this working, like Sims Corner thing, as in a biggie big, and then like and then like maybe one day we'll make it to Metro FM, like with the Sims Corner. Hopefully, praying for that. Okay, like Miss Honey Alice is never dated older because you attract younger or younger age. Well, maybe you got the sugar, baby girl. So when I want to try, when I look so cute, when I go mona, Castell. Hey, hi kids, simple. Spencer, I don't find uncles attractive. That's cool. Anyway, as Working and a good night. Like thank you very much for joining me. You can catch this repeat on like YouTube at 7 p.m. tonight. And please follow me on my personal account right there. Yeah, Leroy right there. And I'll see you guys Friday morning or Monday morning. I might be busy this weekend actually, so I might not be able to make it Friday, but then I'll make sure that I let you guys know. But then anyway, Braketi le Mama Donuts le the bakery da so le Osla Toya le someone new actually like I saw. But like thank you very much guys. See you Monday. Friday. Have a great day.